emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is Last Call, the final order report from Green Brain Comics.
Howdy, Brainiacs. It's time for Last Call, your one-stop preview for next month's best comics, and your last chance to pre-order before the print runs are locked and loaded. I am Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer here at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on what's hitting our shelves starting Wednesday, August 5th, and a heads up to pre-order by this Sunday, July 12th. Final Order Report and Green Brain Comics are proudly powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or grab the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account or log into your existing one to pay securely and make sure you never miss an issue. Today I'll be using Comichub to spotlight items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders Carousel. Once you sign into Comichub, you can click on the orange banner to see anything that we have waiting for you in store for you to pay for and pick up or have us ship out. Then behind the green banner is all the menus we'll be looking at today. Let's click through there. You see at the top, you can search all items from current catalogs. You can look at preview pages for some of those things. In the Search Arriving Soon menu is everything that's going to be on the shelf new this coming Wednesday, July 15th. And then we've got the Last Call menu. Below that, you can search events, manga, and collected editions. Let's scroll back up to search orders due Sunday for Last Call. Click through there. You see you can scroll top to bottom. You've got thumbnails and you've got shortcuts to view more info, subscribe, or just add to your cart. Okay, now that I've shown you around here, there I am. Hi. Okay, let's move on to our first topic of the day. And just a note, because of some data issues, we don't have any DC comics listed or many DC comics listed on Comichub as of recording. Hopefully that will change very soon. But today I'll just focus on some mid-sized publishers, and finally we'll end out with some highlights from Marvel Comics. Let's start out with that small press stuff with Last Call. And the first thing in Last Call is brought to you by our pals at Senate Theater, which are showing Alejandro Jodorowsky's acid western trip movie El Topo this Saturday, July 18th at the Senate Theater. Check out more information at senattheater.com. All right, let's move right on over into the mid-sized publishers. We've got from Boom Studios, Fall of the House of Slaughter, number 4, with a very cool cover by Sam Wolfe Connolly. Vampirates number 2 with a B cover by Rebecca Puebla. Number 1 just came out this last week. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Written by Fred Van Lent with art by Luca Pizzari. And Stuff of Nightmares, The Cat in the Coffin, debuts on August 19th from horror legend R.L. Stine. Comes a fresh one-and-done nightmare framed by the Nightmare Keeper with chilling visuals by comics artist Matthew Dunn. A broke dad steals a valuable stuffed black cat from his mother's coffin, dumps her 3 real black cats at the pound, and gets hunted by the kind of bad luck you can't outrun. Harvey Goodwin is unemployed, desperate, and convinced his late mother's antique stuffed cat Lucy is his ticket back to stability. Oh, wow. Hazel asked for 2 promises: care for her 3 black cats and bury her with Lucy. Harvey breaks both, pocketing Lucy during the funeral, caging the cats, and leaving them at the pound. We already went over this. Redundant copy. Oh my gosh, but R.L. Stine is back in comics at Boom Studios with artist Matthew Dunn, and featuring covers by Francesco Francavilla, Reiko Murakami, Adam Gorham. Got a full art version of the Francavilla cover, a glow-in-the-dark version of the Reiko Murakami, and that is consequently $6.99. Let's see, this is the FOC Reveal variant by Suspiria Vilche. A unlimited variant with just the pen and ink from Francavilla. And that all happens on August 19th from Boom Studios and R.L. Stine. Over at Dark Horse, we get a new issue of Frankenstein New World, The Speed of Darkness. This is number 4, the final push to save the new world, from Mignola, Golden, and Snegowski, with art by Berting. Star-Crossed continues after this week's debut issue from Mark Miller and Corrado Mastantuono. We also had a debut for Witness Point this last Wednesday, and we've got a follow-up second issue from writer Nathan Fillion and artist Sue Lee, who did this A cover. And August 26th, we'll see the debut of Dungeons & Dragons Ravenloft #1, the new miniseries from Amy Chu and Ariella Cristantina. Very fetching cover. Ravenloft is falling apart, and nobody knows why. Fortunately, Monster Hunter Ez Davinar is on the case. She's searching the frozen wasteland of Lamortia for an undead creature that may hold the key to Ravenloft's fate. But when Dark Lord Victra Mordenheim catches wind of her quest, Ez is suddenly the one being hunted. From Join, Bram Stoker award-winning author Amy Chu and hit illustrator Ariella Cristantina for this genre-bending mystery that will unite Rudolph Van Richten's proteges from across the horrifying world of Ravenloft. In this 4-issue miniseries featuring an A cover from Guillaume Marsh, a C cover from Francesco Francavilla, a D cover from Todar Christoph, and an Angela Wu cover. Very nice. Woo! All for Dungeons & Dragons Ravenloft #1, debuting on August 26th. Over at IDW and their IDW Crime imprint, we get a second issue of Killer Influences from IDW Dark, Sleepy Hollow, The Witches of the Western Wood #4, Corinne Howell cover. Star Trek The Last Starship #10 from Colin Kelly, Jackson Lansing, and lots of other people, including Francesco Francavilla on the cover. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #21, August 19th. And TMNT Shredder #11. Also from IDW Alien Books is Zorro's Legacy number 2, which I think number 1 just debuted this last week. Over at Ignition Press, we get a 7th issue, starting out the second arc of the Miranda Brothers' epic sci-fi adventure as the journey to Arcadia enters a new phase. Cool cover. Dispatch number 2. This was my pick of the week from this last Wednesday. I enjoyed it. It's super fun, action. Cool art from Daniel Gett. Everyone loves a jewel thief marrying up heist drama with D&D culture. Tim Seeley, Aaron Campbell. And Oni Press newly moved over to Penguin Random House, for those not in the know, whatever. Adventure Time number 16. And Destination Kill. This is the end from Joe Palmer, August 19th. Faceless and the Family, Maze of the Mechanical Aliens continues this absurdist, surreal science fiction epic. Drops on, wrong date, August 12th. And debuting on August 19th, the brand new EC Comics series. Maybe a series. No, probably a one-shot. We'll call this a one-shot. It's EC Comics Shell Shock number 1. New wars, new soldiers. Same old price to pay. Kiss your rifle and swallow your fear, cause EC Comics is rotating back into combat for the 21st century's first dose of two-fisted fury, with staggering new tales of war and fighting men in our next giant-size special. Cool. We got all kinds of different creators on this book, including Julio Anta, John Arcudi, Benito Sereno, and Michael W. Conrad, joining artists David Lapham, Albert Monteez, and Sean Martinborough. That will always bring enemy and ally, private and general, to the same reward in the end. Cool art. EC Comics Shell Shock number 1 debuts on August 19th from Oni Press with an A cover from Lee Bermejo. Tyler Crook. Tom Fowler. EC Comics Shell Shock number 1, one shot, August 19th. And that does it for Midsize Press. And that was presented to you from, don't forget, Brain Candy number 80 is coming up on Monday, July 20th at 7 p.m. featuring the music of Jake. I should do that. Yes, don't forget, Brain Candy number 80 is coming up on Monday, July 20th at 7 p.m. featuring the music of Jake MacArthur. Poetry from Edie Roberts, the prose of Amy Probst, and the visual art of Marissa Rubea. That all happens courtesy of the Daniel E. Wickett Legacy Committee and made free, hosted by Green Brain Comics. And now we'll move on over into Marvel Comics. And the first Marvel comic today is Black Cat number 13. Continuing the crossover with Punisher, written by G. Willow Wilson, featuring an A cover by Jose Maria Casanovas. Doctor Strange number 9 with an Alex Horley cover. I've been digging these covers. And Jeff the Landshark Superstar continues with number 2 with a B cover with a Mary Jane Watson variant by Peach Momoko. Nom nom nom. The Punisher number 7. Ew, gross cover from David Marquez. And the Amazing Spider-Man Spider-Versity continues with number 5. Ooh, look, we got a crossover in Venom with the Queen in Black in Venom 260. Oh, it's a giant hand. I get it. Generation X 23. Cool cover from Partha Pratim. And Wolverine number 25, an anniversary issue at regular price from Saladin Ahmed and Martin Kokolo, Dan Panosian cover. And we've got a prelude to DNX in X-Men number 35, covered by Tony Daniel, also interiors. And number 3, to the new season 2 of X-Men 97, covered by Todd Knock. X-Men United number 6, Stefano Caselli cover. Wow. And then we got some debut first issues from, we got one in the Star Wars universe. This is Star Wars, The Fall of Kylo Ren. The legacy of Vader creates a new empire of fear. Kylo Ren returns from devastation, wielding total fury as Generals Hux and Pride tear the First Order apart with treacherous ambition. Kylo cuts through their schemes with merciless clarity. His wrath forges unity through fear and unleashes a supreme leader. Neither general can escape nor survive. Disappointing. A pivotal turning point for Kylo, Hux, and Pride. Essential reading for every Star Wars fan. Number 1 drops on August 12th from Charles Soule, Will Sliney on interiors. A cover from Phil Noto. Chris Sprouse. Oh, we haven't had a Chris Sprouse Star Wars cover in a while. Luke Ross. All for Star Wars, The Fall of Kylo Ren, number 1. And we have the final issue of this volume of Infernal Hulk, number 10, before the big crossover prologue prelude series starts. Banner versus the Infernal Hulk. The heroes have lost their last chance to stop Infernal Hulk, except for Bruce Banner himself. As Hulk closes in on New York, Banner and Dr. Voodoo risk their lives and souls against a terrifying enemy. Failure will mean eternal enslavement and torment, but success could give them the only weapon that might bring victory against Infernal Hulk. Meanwhile, another secret weapon joins the fray. Charlie Tidwell herself, the Skinwalker Lycanna. It all happens in Infernal Hulk number 10. Drops on August 12th from Philip Kennedy Johnson and artist Adam Gorin, with a Nick Klein cover on a German Peralta. Umberto Ramos with this Mary Jane Watson variant. Got a wraparound cover from Jonas Scharf. A Marvel Brand New Day variant. A Jose Maria Casanovas variant. Cool. All for Infernal Hulk number 10 drops on August 12th. And then we get a new Queen in Black tie-in. This is Queen in Black Thor as Beta Ray Bill battles Hela at the edge of space. He considers his role as the heir of Thor's story, little dreaming that the story continues with Sigurd Haraldsson, or that the Death Goddess has planned for the mortal Thor, or that. Yeah, anyways, somewhere in the city, a man with a hammer is about to face the ultimate test. Al Ewing, Sergio Davia, Pasquale Ferry on the A. Dropping on August 12th with these variants from Peach Momoko. Oh, look, what a sweet portrait. This is a Sergio Davia. Yeah. Queen in Black, Thor. I'm guessing this is probably a one-shot. We'll see. And then the star of the show. It's Amazing Spider-Man 1000. The biggest issue in Amazing Spider-Man history. Spider-Man faces his greatest fear and his most frightening new villain in decades, Ravage. Plus, some of the greatest creative minds on Earth honor 1,000 issues of The Amazing Spider-Man. Noah Hawley makes his comic book debut. Frank Miller and Peach Momoko collaborate for the first time. Stuart Immonen and Brian Michael Bendis return to Spider-Man together, and some of the best Amazing Spider-Man creators return to the title. Don't miss September's previews for more art and talent reveals. Yeah, dude, there's like a bajillion covers on this thing. Let me scroll way back and start introducing them here. All right, so we got the main cover. This is the one that caused kind of all the kerfuffle. I don't want to get wrapped up in it, so I'll just say I'm going to be ordering these for subscribers only, special orders only, just to avoid the conversation. If you want it, let me know. Happy to get it for you. But then we've got the new main cover from Pepe Larraz, who does interiors on this issue as well. Got an Alex Ross variant, Iconic. A Brand New Day variant. Giuseppe Camuncoli. Umberto Ramos. J. Scott Campbell. John Romita Jr. gets a second variant. Julian Totino Tedesco with that very dynamic cover. Lee Bermejo, Amazing Visions variant. Marcos Martin. Mark Bagley. Pretty cool composition there. Got a Marvel Animation Spider-Man 1967 wraparound variant. A Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls variant. Mr. Garson Collage variant. Patrick Gleason Webhead. A Peach Momoko variant. Very cool. Pepe Larraz gets another one. Ryan Stegman with the Ravage variant, sure to be in high demand. A Local Comic Shop Day variant featuring art by Scan. Not sure what the release date on that one is going to be. Scotty Young's got to get that one in. And Stuart Immonen. There's a couple other ones that they haven't gotten posted art yet for. Hopefully we'll get that art before the end of the cycle. But it's all coming to a head on FOC this Sunday. Get your orders in by tomorrow, Sunday at midnight, for Amazing Spider-Man 1000 and any of these 1 bajillion variants. You won't be sorry on September 16th. There it is. All right. That about does it for Last Call this week. I would like to thank our pals over at Klezmageddon for our theme music and outgoing music. I'd like to remind you and invite you back to our YouTube channel this Tuesday live at 6:30 from the floor of Green Brain Comics on the eve of New Comic Book Day. We'll take you on a tour of the shelves, show you all the things that are getting released and dropping on Wednesday the 15th at 10 a.m. And thank you so much for joining me this week on Last Call. Remember, you've got until Sunday at midnight, July 12th, to lock in your pre-orders for these and many, many more. Make sure to send and confirm those items in your Comic Hub cart before the deadline. Okay. Let's see, do that and then that. So thanks for tuning in to Last Call, the final order report. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are at Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. All of the links you need for our shopping cart, website, and Comic Hub are right below in the description. We are spreading the love of comics and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, folks.
Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is Last Call, the final order report from Green Brain Comics.